You know, every single business out there is just one bad day away from total disaster. A fire, a lawsuit, a massive data breach. So today, we're going to break down the essential playbook for not just surviving those moments, but making sure your business can actually thrive through them. Let's dive in.
Okay, so every single person who's ever started a business has that one nightmare scenario, right? The one that keeps them up at night. Let's walk through one that feels, well, a little too real for a lot of folks.
Just picture it for a second. You've actually done it. You've built a business that's finally hitting its stride. I mean, the sales chart is pointing up, your customers are loyal, and for the very first time, you feel like you've got solid ground under your feet. And look, this thing you've built, it's not just some business, is it? It's a testament to all those late nights, the skipped vacations, and all the personal risks you took when, let's be honest, probably no one else believed in you. It's your life's work, built brick by painful brick. And then the phone rings. It's a fire down at the warehouse. Or maybe it's a legal summons from a disgruntled ex-employee. All of a sudden, this one event you never ever planned for puts everything you've poured your heart and soul into right on the line. It's just a gut-wrenching feeling, isn't it? How can something you built with so much care feel so fragile all of a sudden? Well, the hard truth is that feeling of solidity, it's kind of an illusion if you don't have the right preparation in place.
And that brings us to your first line of defense. Seriously, you got to think of this not as just another expense, but as a financial shield. A shield that stands between your business and total catastrophe.
So, what is insurance, really? At its core, it's a financial tool. That's it. You pay a predictable, manageable amount now to avoid a completely unpredictable and potentially business-ending cost later on. It doesn't stop the storm from hitting, no, but it gives you the money to rebuild the ship. Now, a strong defense isn't just one thing, right? It's more like a layered shield. You've got coverage for your physical stuff, your building, your inventory. You've got protection if a customer slips and falls. You need a safety net for your employees, and you absolutely need a firewall for your data. See? Each piece plugs a different potential hole in your business. Okay, let's zoom in on this one for a second because business interruption insurance, wow, it's a total game changer. Remember that fire we talked about? So after that fire, how are you going to pay your employees? What about your rent? This insurance is the cash flow that literally keeps your company breathing while you rebuild. It is the difference between a temporary setback and a permanent close for business sign. But here's the thing about insurance. It's what you use after things have already gone wrong. What if you could stop some of those things from ever happening in the first place? That's where we shift from playing defense to playing offense. And that's called risk management. The key insight here, and this is huge, is that you can't eliminate risk. It's impossible. I mean, business is risk, right? But what you can do is manage it. This is all about identifying what could hurt you and then having a solid plan in place. So you're not just reacting when disaster strikes, you're actually controlling the outcome as much as possible. And this isn't some one-time checklist you just tick off and forget about. No, it's a living, breathing cycle. You start by just asking, hey, what could go wrong here? Then you get real about the odds. You ask, okay, how likely is it and how bad would it be if it happened? From there, you act. You create a safety plan. You train your team. You get the right insurance. And this is the crucial part. You never, ever stop monitoring because the world and all the risks in it are always changing. All right, now let's circle all the way back to that nightmare story from the beginning. Let's see what happens when you combine these two big ideas, insurance and risk management, or what happens when you ignore them. This right here, this is the fork in the road. The exact same disaster hits two different businesses. For one, it's a fatal blow. It's just a downward spiral of debt and disruption. But for the other one, it's a survivable crisis. I mean, it's painful for sure, but because they had a plan, they have the resources, the money, the support to rebuild and recover. And let's be crystal clear. The consequences of getting this wrong are absolutely severe. Being underinsured means you just can't replace what you've lost. It means your operations grind to a screeching halt. You lose your customers, and in the absolute worst case scenario, you could be held personally liable for debts and lawsuits. It's a complete and total unraveling. So if you take one thing away from this, let it be this mindset shift. You have to stop thinking of insurance and risk planning as just another expense on your profit and loss statement. You got to start seeing it for what it truly is, an investment in your company's future, an investment in its survival. So I'll leave you with this one question. What is your business's what if moment? Because, it's really not a matter of if it will happen, it's a matter of when. And your preparation right now is the only thing that's going to determine what happens next.